Buenas noches, mi amigas, mi amigo. Me encanta estar aquí. Tú Horacio. I think I said it right, the Jamaican stallion. I don't know how you say stallion in Spanish. Stallion. This is Tanya, the terrific T, aka Too Good to Be True. Folks, we're here in the Miami Garden studio. Once again, I know you guys haven't seen my rough face in a while. I think I'm aging well. Um, I think so. Please keep emailing us at ahs@gmail.com. That's INYACHEST. Don't pay that no attention. And every week we're going to be doing a his and hers recording because Stephen is going to be away for a while. So I'm going to have a female guest in once a week to actually tackle some subjects that I have some questions on that people send me in, and we're going to discuss them over his and hers section. So we're going to call it the his and hers section. The question for the night is, should you fight to save a marriage? Um, wow, this is some good stuff. Well, I say it all depends. If she's doing things that you just don't feel right about, as far as like sleeping with your cousin, um, she doesn't really, she doesn't show the attentiveness, attraction to you anymore. I know those things are big things, but I think overall it's like you got to look at the end run, the final. Like, okay, we have a lot of stuff invested, like house, kids, loans, a big ass ring, a lot of things.
Oh, now it comes into play.
A lot of things as such. And I think a lot of guys that have like finances, they look at those things and they just sometimes they just hope that she probably just pass, or they just try to the bad guys, or they try to like hire a hitman and stuff. You see it all the time. Don't be shocked. You see all the time they hire hits on the wife. They try to take her out, give her potassium chloride. It's all they try to like take them out. Now, me on the other hand, I'd rather take the loss. I'd rather take the loss of the marriage when I know that there's it's not going to be a good ending. And just like, yeah, I'll just eat, tuna out the can, stay in efficiency. I know I'm going to lose everything. I'll be living in efficiency, eating tuna and dog food like the lady from Good Times when she was staying, when she stayed a floor up above from Michael and JJ though. And it's a lot to lose. I know it's a lot to lose, and a lot to. You're kind of scared that the amount of things you're going to be losing. But you need to be happy. At the end of the day, you have to be happy. So you have to take a loss sometimes to be happy. And it all, like I said, all depends. The reason why I would fight or would not fight, to save the marriage. It really all depends. It all depends on how I'm going to be looking after this.
I mean, okay. So my opinions are based on my experiences. My sum total. Sum total. So I think for sure you should fight for your marriage.
Every time?
Hear me out. I think for sure you should fight for your marriage, but I also think that during that fight period, because it's not always a fight, sometimes marriage is easy. It's when it's hard, it's when you have to fight for it. So, like, are we fighting to stay together, or we're just fighting to remember I'm married in the face of this dude that approached me, or what am I fighting for?
It's always a fight to.
There's like little fights before, like little moral fights that you're not with me. And I'm in the grocery store and I see, I don't know, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, whatever. Hey boo. You see him and I'm like, horse will never know. That's a little fight versus, you know what I'm saying? It's like an internal fight.
What fight? What fight?
Inside, like
so
we're both fighting these little individual battles when we're not together. So those
I never thought about that.
Yeah, those are like the individual fights. And then, so that's.
Women go through that?
Yes.
Y'all are so skanky.
What are you talking about?
Really?
Seriously? I mean, you guys can see a beautiful woman
just like I always told Steve, you guys are just like us.
I mean, we have eyes, we have emotions and feelings.
Y'all are so slick,
It
yo.
wouldn't just like you. Like, what makes you think it's any different? If I see
Dumb as hell.
yeah, if you see a good-looking woman, wow, look at that. If I see a good-looking man, wow, look at
But
that.
why do you guys act like, okay,
Who acts like
I would
that?
never. Why? Because it's not ladylike?
Who acts like that?
Oh.
I don't see never, but it has to be a certain type, of course. It's not everyone.
All right, go on with your.
So anyways, if we're, you know, every day I'm in this relationship with you and I come up, I mean, some battles are easier than others, you know. The toothless man that's on the street that's saying, hey, I want to drink your bathwater. No, I'm not gonna, that's not a fight, you know. No thank you, you know. That's not a fight. But again, Dwayne Johnson comes up to me and is like, let me make this the best night of your life. Then I'm like, that's a fight, you know. So
wow.
Yeah.
I'm loving to hear the honesty from another woman.
Yeah, because
wow.
Who's gonna turn Dwayne Johnson down?
Okay.
So, but then okay, let's say that we're at odds. And it's probably stemming from one of those little fights that we failed that you don't know about or that I don't know about. You know, it's probably stemming from that, and we're not being honest with each other, saying this is what happened, this is how I felt, this is. It's not because you're not necessarily meeting the need. It's just I felt this way and I wanted to share it, but I didn't want to make you mad or whatever the reason is. People don't say the truth about whatever it is they're feeling. So we're at odds and we're really contemplating. Okay, maybe this just isn't working. I'm just unhappy all the time. It's not working. Yeah, at that point, there needs to be a discussion whether or not you're going to fight for the relationship or not. But there's also deal breakers. Like, if you and I are going through some type of counseling and you know, and we're separated, and you're, you know, out there living a single life and we're separated, then really what's to fight for?
You know what I noticed also? It's like, I think sometimes the other person wants the other person to be the one that be like, you know what, I'm done. They don't want to be the first.
You know what that is? That's immaturity.
Yeah, but guess what? It happens a lot.
It does, but that's immaturity.
Because it feels like, it makes you feel like, well, you don't want to work on it.
Right.
It's crazy.
It's immaturity. You know what? If I'm not happy and you're not happy, then why are we together?
You know how hard it is, man, to actually, as a man, I don't know how you women feel about this, that you do care about the person, you don't love them as much as you used to, because of certain things that irks you about them that's changed.
Right.
Like say the weight, they don't eat healthy anymore, they don't try to live their best anymore. You know how hard it is for a man to like tell his woman like, babe, you know, I'm not attracted to you like that anymore.
It's not fair.
It's not fair, and that's honestly, a lot of men feel that way, because how many times you see like a man be with a woman and he's in great shape and she doesn't look out of shape, and you know there is a conflict there.
Or the reverse.
And vice versa. And you know there's a conflict there.
She's really pretty and he's really not attractive.
I don't think about the attractiveness, because that hasn't changed. I think what changes is the actual body. The body changed and the mind's
I
changed.
think every person has their deal breakers. That's what I think. And
Yeah.
certain people don't mind extra weight on their spouses, either male or female.
They don't mind, but they
would prefer.
But they will prefer, and they're not going to be honest and tell them that.
See, that's the deal breaker right there. You gotta be honest.
But that's the thing. If I'm honest and I tell you, the thing about it is that I'm the type of guy that I will tell you. And when I do tell you, it actually helps, because now you feel like there's a competition. Like, man, I gotta do what I gotta do.
It's not because of you.
It should be though. It should be because of both of us.
I'm saying it's not just because like any dude could be honest with his girl and it would help.
What do you mean?
Any dude. It's not just, you know, I'm the type of guy that would.
No, of course. No,
yeah.
I'm not saying that's me. I mean, like anybody, vice versa. Like a work. It's kind of like, you know, sometimes when back in the day when I was younger, and we be playing basketball or somewhere, like, man, like if your homeboys would be like, man, you get a haircut. You don't pay us no attention. But if a girl be like, oh, yeah, why you get a haircut? So I go to the bathroom. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it affects you directly with the opposite sex, especially, you know, your woman, your sister, whoever tells you like, well, you need to lose some weight. It affects you more.
Yeah.
When your boys tell you that, if your girls tell you like, oh, because your girl's gonna lie to you. Girl, you look good in that dress. Line that ass up to you.
Well, real friends will time.
Like 90% of y'all gonna say, hey,
Yeah.
you look good in that dress, but they know they got it. They just need to lose a couple of rows.
Or, never mind, I'm not even gonna say
Is
that.
what I'm saying?
I'm not even gonna say that.
But I think, but it's hard for a person to be really, truly honest about someone that they care about and love. If they didn't care about you, they'll just tell you how they feel.
If they care about you, they should tell you how they feel.
But it's hard though.
I know it's hard. Life is hard.
It's still hard. It's still hard for you just to do that.
You know what? At that point, that's the breaking point. If you can't be honest with the person that you're with, to the point where you're breaking their heart a little bit,
it's kind of like
it's gonna break. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
It's kind of like telling your mom, "Hey, mom,
I'm not telling your mom.
But that's my point. You love her. You care about her.
I'm not telling your mom.
Like,
it's not like telling your mom. Because your mom is like never gonna be not
your mom. But that's not fair. Like,
your mom's never gonna not be your mom.
Mommy is your mom smell.
No, it's not.
Why not? I love you and care about her. Why should it change,
Alright, so then
that's
it's not
point.
gonna change though. Whether her mouth smell or not, she's still your mother.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
So,
but you care about her enough. You love her enough to fix it. Like, cause maybe she had the job. There's dragging in everybody at the job, and you could be the savior. But the fact that everybody is scared to tell her because they don't give a fuck about her. But I love my mom.
Right.
I was mommy, something going on.
So you tell her.
You didn't check it right.
Right. It's not normal.
That's what I'm saying. So
right.
you really care. The dynamics will change.
It does change because okay, that's your mother, and no matter what you tell her, she's always gonna be your mother.
Yeah.
When you have a relationship with somebody, that doesn't mean that they're always gonna be your girl, your wife, your son.
So you don't care about them.
You do tell them. You tell them.
That's what I'm trying to say. You should tell everybody that you care about. If you didn't really give a damn about it. Oh, we are.
Yeah. We agree. You should be honest. But this is the thing. Men that are honest, and there are some out there that will be brutally honest with you and tell you something that, you know, it's going to benefit you even though it's going to hurt at first. Mm-hmm. The way some women react can be a little irrational or defensive to the point where it's so much focus on how what he said made you feel that you're not even considering the words that were actually said.
But you know why that is? It goes back to childhood. I want you to think about something. As a young girl and as a young man, the amount of things that a young man gets told about himself that's negative compared to the amount of things that a young lady gets told to her as negative, it's not even close. Because a young man gets told stuff to him as negative, and he builds and gets better, and it's like a motivator. You tell a young girl certain things at a certain age, she breaks.
Right.
Which of you have to actually you have to conceal that.
Right.
So I think it goes through childhood to adulthood, where most women, like, man, you can't tell her that, man, because women are used to hearing negative.
Okay. So then you're in this situation where you love somebody and you have some hard things that you need to tell them, and you understand that, you know, from whenever and where her upbringing, that she's not going to handle this well.
Most women are not going to handle it well.
She's not going to handle this well. However, it's for her own good and it's for the sake of our relationship.
It's going to be like a shocker, and that's why most guys don't do it.
So we're going to stay in a relationship where you're not happy?
Like I said.
Because I'm sure she's asking, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong?
Man, you know how hard it is to tell the
Just say it.
It's very difficult, Tony, for a man to tell a woman the truth about certain things physically.
I know. And a lot of women ask questions about things they're not ready to hear the answers to.
Correct.
However, if they're asking, give it to them.
All right, we get it to you.
Well, I didn't ask.
Well, we get it to you.
I didn't ask.
Alright, folks, we're gonna wrap this one up, man. Alright, we got the one and only Tanya, Too Good to Be True, the Jamaican Stallion Horace, aka the Don Dada, the BAPPA. Thanks for checking in with us. We got one more video for the night. Just want to thank you guys for watching, and please share the video and let us know what you think about it. Email us at inyachest@gmail.com. What else, Noche?